Hello everyone, now let us discuss about the correlation of ECG waves with atrial and ventricular systole. So the atria and ventricles, they depolarize and then contract at different times because the conduction system routes the cardiac action potentials along a specific pathway. And the term systole refers to contraction and the term diastole refers to relaxation. This is important. Systole refers to contraction and diastole refers to relaxation. And the ECG waves predict the timing of atrial and ventricular systole and diastole. And at a heart rate of 75 beats per minute, the timings are as follows. First, coming to depolarization of atria. A cardiac action potential, it arises in the sinoatrial node, SA node, and it propagates throughout the atrial muscle down the AV node in about 0.03 seconds. As the atria contractile fibers depolarize, the P wave appears in the ECG. Here you can see the action potential arises in the SA node. And as the atrial contractile fibers depolarize, the green color indicates depolarization. The P wave appears in the ECG. This is the P wave of ECG. Now, after P wave begins, the atria contract and this leads to atrial systole. And the conduction of action potential slows at AV node because the AV nodal fibers have much smaller diameters and few gap junctions. And the resulting 0.1 second delay gives the atria the time to contract, thus adding to volume of blood in the ventricles before the ventricular systole begins. This delay gives the atria the time to contract and it adds additional volume of blood in the ventricles before the ventricular systole begins. So here you can see this is indicated by P wave. The atrial systole or contraction is indicated by P wave in the ECG. Now coming to depolarization of ventricles. As the action potential propagates rapidly again after entering the AV bundle. The action potential propagates rapidly again after entering the AV bundle and about 0.2 seconds after the onset of P wave, it has propagated through the bundle branches, Purkinje fibers and the entire ventricular myocardium. And this depolarization, it progresses down the septum, upward from the apex and outward from the endocardial surface and produces the QRS complex. The QRS complex, it indicates the depolarization of ventricular contractile fibers. The depolarization of ventricular contractile fibers, they produce the QRS complex in the ECG. At the same time, the atria repolarization occurs. During the depolarization of ventricles, at the same time, atrial repolarization occurs, but it is not usually evident in the ECG because the larger QRS complex masks it. The red color indicates repolarization. During the ventricular depolarization, the atrial repolarization also occurs, but this is not usually evident in the ECG because the larger QRS complex masks it. So the contraction of ventricular contractile fibers, which is nothing but ventricular systole, it begins shortly after QRS complex. The ventricular systole, it begins shortly after the QRS complex and it appears and continues during the ST segment. And as the contraction proceeds from the apex towards the base of the heart, blood is squeezed upwards towards the semilunar valves. The blood is squeezed upwards towards the semilunar valves. Coming to the repolarization of ventricular fibers, it begins at the apex and spreads throughout the ventricular myocardium. And the repolarization of ventricular fibers produces the T wave in the ECG, which is about 0.4 seconds after the onset of P wave. Here you can see the repolarization of ventricular contractile fibers. Repolarization is indicated by red color. The repolarization of ventricular contractile fibers produces the T wave in the ECG, which is about 0.4 seconds after the onset of P wave. Now, ventricular diastole. The ventricular repolarization leads to ventricular diastole. Shortly after the T wave begins, the ventricle starts to relax, which is nothing but ventricular diastole. By 0.6 seconds, the ventricular repolarization is complete and the ventricular contractile fibers are relaxed. This is the T wave. And during the next 0.2 seconds, the contractile fibers in both atria and ventricles are relaxed. And at 0.8 seconds, the P wave appears again in the ECG. And the atria begin to contract and the cycle repeats. Here you can see, shortly after the T wave begins, the ventricle starts to relax, and by 0.6 seconds, here you can see the seconds, 0.6 seconds, the ventricular repolarization is complete and the ventricular contractile fibers are relaxed. And during the next 0.2 seconds, this orange line, the contractile fibers in both atria and ventricle are relaxed. And at 0.8 seconds, the P wave appears again in the ECG and the atria begin to contract and the cycle repeats. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for further videos on anatomy and physiology.